very good afternoon, my friends. How are you? Hope you guys are doing very well, and welcome on this new weekly market analysis video from Extreme Trader. This is Salah speaking. So regarding the results of the premium group, I believe the last week was much better than the previous weeks, but however, still we are not yet up to the expectations of the members. However, I want to share with you here the results of last week. However, I want to remind everyone that there are actually two signals that have reached the stop loss. I cannot hide that, but for some reason I don't know why they are not posted here, but however I have to share the truth. But I remember also there was one funny comment from one member on YouTube. He said, if you are apologizing to your members because one of the signals have reached the stop loss, then you have really spoiled them. And I thought maybe he's right, yeah, because I never heard in my whole life about any signal provider who's apologizing to the members when one of the signals reached the stop loss. I mean, this is Forex. Of course, the signal is in the end a signal, and it has a potential to reach a stop loss or a take profit, and hopefully most of our signals will reach the take profit. I want to share with you the results of Wednesday. Wednesday, as we can see, almost all of the signals have reached the take profit number 2, and 2 of them take profit number 3. Only 2 signals alone have made more than 220 pips. I think in total about 300 pips. I think even more than that. More than 300 pips of profit. Wednesday, actually, we have used, me and Angela, we have used a system that is still under test, and it's not yet completed, to be honest, but however, due to the results that we had recently, we had to just go for it and just use this system, and as you can see, the results were outstanding. However, the days after, we couldn't use this system for some reasons I cannot say it here, but however, the results are really outstanding on Wednesday, and I believe on next week, starting next week, I agreed with Angela that we will start using this new system. No other system we have to use in this on this group, and hopefully the next week will be the comeback and the outstanding results as usual from Extreme Trader. I really hope so, and hopefully it's gonna happen. So in the end, if you wish to join Extreme Trader Forex Signals group, please contact our support. You can find their contact details in the description below this video. Contact them today, and hopefully we will see you there. Alright, my friends, so before we start with the analysis, I just wanted to share with you something about the high impact news. My analysis is just based on the technical analysis, but however, there is something else that we call fundamental analysis. What is fundamental analysis? It's just an analysis that is actually based on the strength of the currency and the news, the high impact news, which actually can change the direction of the market sometimes. For example, last Wednesday, we had some news about the core index or the core price index, or which we call the CPI or the core CPI. However, this news actually was good for the currency, and in a result, the USDCAD, or actually most of the pairs, have actually went on the other way, except for the USDCAD, which has eventually went in our favor. But however, most of the other signals did not work properly because of this change in the direction. So please, we always have to pay attention. And right now, I'm going to check the upcoming news right here front of you. Let's check them all together. So tomorrow is going to be Sunday. Monday, there are actually nothing important at all. As you can see, all of the news or the upcoming news are in yellow color. It's not really important. Let's check the Tuesday news. There is nothing also to look at. Wednesday is going to be also a calm day as well. Thursday, we need to look on 5 a.m. GMT time, 5:30 a.m. Dubai time, 1:30 a.m. GMT time. We need to look for the AUD pair for the unemployment rate. This actually can change the direction of all the AUD pairs. Pay attention to it on Thursday, and then on Friday we're gonna have, I don't think this is gonna make any big impact on the market. Usually it doesn't. So I think this week is gonna be good, and hopefully we can continue trading with peace, and hopefully there will be no news that actually can change the market. Of course, these are the scheduled news, but however, there will be always something like the announcement of the leaders, the political events, or whatever, something unexpected that actually can change the direction of the market. I just wanted to remind everyone that I have I cannot take any blame for such incidents. So please be careful and pay attention to the news. They can always change the whole analysis. Anyway, Let's now begin with the EURUSD. Now, as we can see, the EURUSD has made a strong bullish momentum. And as we can see right here on daily candle, right now, my friends, I'm on the daily chart. And as we can see, the market on daily chart last Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, this price action usually indicates a continuation in the rise. Most likely, if we draw here a channel like that, we can notice that the EURUSD is climbing its way on this channel. And as you can see, the channel is like that. And most likely the EURUSD won't stop until eventually reach the peak of the resistance at 1.23239. However, this is going to be the long-term target. But for the meantime, we will be aiming the peak of the resistance right here on 1.22425. Most likely this is where the pair is going to reach, because if the pair reach this level, it actually might, sorry, not this level exactly. Let me just fix it. Exactly right here. Yeah, 1.22433. The EURUSD eventually gonna rise to reach that level of the resistance. Then it actually might fall back again, retest the broken resistance right here on 1.21825. And after that, we have to wait any price action here to indicate that the pair is actually respecting this support trend line. And if so, then we can start again buying the EURUSD. And if that happens, the target will be the peak of the resistance right here on 1.23475. So, and after analyzing this on the daily chart, let's now move to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, we will identify where we can actually start entering with the buy order. Now, if we look carefully right here, let me just zoom out. If we look carefully right here, my friends, we can see right here on the left, we had here a very strong support level exactly right here. I believe it was right here. Actually, I have already analyzed the pair. I'm just trying to remember where the perfect entry was. Exactly right here. Yes, right here. As we can see, if we look at the left, we can see that here we had a strong support level. It was a key support level and became a new resistance level. But however, keep in mind that this resistance had only one single attempt. And when the market has made an attempt to create a second attempt of the resistance, the market has immediately broken out of that level. And again, the price has came back as a support. Even when we saw right here another bearish breakout candle, the market didn't even make a single attempt of a resistance and immediately has risen above that previous support level. Indicates that this support level is quite strong and we can actually rely on it to start again buying the pair. Right now, the EURUSD is facing a resistance level right here. This actually can be considered as a resistance number 1. However, we can expect from the EURUSD to reverse here as a pullback, and after finishing the pattern, it can actually reverse right here on that previous support level, and there exactly where we can start again buying the pair. So we have to wait for the EURUSD to fall for another about, I would say, 22 pips before it's going to be valid for the buy. That being said, EURUSD is good for the buy on 1.21231. And of course, the safe zone should be actually ranging just a little bit below that previous support level. This is going to be, in my opinion, the maximum where the pair can fall to. And I think this is too much. Exactly right here. Yeah, this is going to be eventually be the maximum where the pair can fall to. And I really doubt that this can happen unless, of course, there was some unexpected news to happen. However, if we started buying the pair right from that level, we are aiming the peak of the resistance at 1.22433, which means we are actually aiming exactly 120 pips of profit. So therefore, take profit level 1.22433. There goes your signal for the EURUSD, and hopefully it will work for us very well and bring us lots of profits. Now let's take a look at the Pound USD. Now regarding the Pound USD, as you can see right here, the pair has actually retested the broken resistance level on 1.489. As you can see, that strong key resistance level has already become a new support level. Indicates that most likely the Pound USD, is going to continue the rise. Now let's move to the daily chart. Now again, my friends, always depend on the daily chart to identify the direction, then on the 4-hour time frame to identify the entries. So anyway, Right now on the daily chart, it's very clear for me that the pound USD, sorry, is going to continue the rise. This price action on daily chart is very strong as a bullish reversal, and most likely the pound USD is going to continue the rise. And in my opinion, it won't stop till it reaches the peak of the resistance on 1.42380. So that being said, let me just make sure that this is our target, which is going to be exactly right here, which means the pound USD still has to rise for another 135 pips. Now, let's identify on the 4-hour time frame where actually we can start entering with the trade. Now, if we look carefully right here, my friends, we can see that the pair is actually facing right now a previous support level. But however, I don't think it's gonna make any strong reversal. I believe it's just gonna be like another pullback, and eventually, actually, we need to move to the 1-hour time frame. I need to see more in details. Now we see it more in details. Now we can see that right here we had the peak of the resistance right here exactly at 1.40775. So most likely the pound USD actually gonna fall, actually even more than that. I just need to be careful about selecting the levels. So I'm just scrolling to the left. Exactly, this is what I want to see. I want to see a strong support level on the same level I have mentioned. Perfect. So meaning 1.40620 was actually previously a very strong support level. Most likely that support in the future is gonna remain its position as a support level, which means we have to wait for the pound USD to fall for another, I would say, about 28 pips before it's gonna be valid for the buy. That being said, the signal for the pound USD will be for the buy from the level 1.40620. Correct? 40? Yes, correct. And of course, the safe zone will be ranging just right here below, or sorry, exactly at that support level. This is gonna be our safe zone, because as long as the pound USD is ranging inside that support zone, it means that it has a potential to the rise, which means the safe zone will be ranging for about 45 pips, which is actually little. Exactly like that. And as I said before, let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. And the target, as I said before, my friends, will be the peak of the resistance. Actually, let me just be more realistic and drag it all the way right here to the peak of this resistance right here on 1.41822, which means we are looking for 120 pips as well from the pound USD. So therefore, take profit will be 1.418822. There goes your signal for the pound USD, and hopefully it will work very well and bring us lots of profits. AUDUSD. Now, regarding the AUDUSD, let's now move to the daily chart. Now, on the daily chart again, let me delete the old signal. On daily chart again, we can notice the strong price action for another bullish reversal. And most likely the AUDUSD is gonna also continue the rise. As we can see right here, the level of 0.76976 was a strong support level. And as we can see, the pair has made so many. Remember, my friends, I'm on the daily chart. So you can imagine for more than 3 weeks, actually, the pair has kept making attempts to break out from that support level, yet it has always failed. And eventually, the pair is going to continue the rise. And if I'm not mistaken, the target is going to be the peak of the resistance on 0.79600. Now it's a matter of where we can start again buying the pair. If we draw right here a support channel like that, we can see that the pair has actually respected this support channel and actually is bouncing on it, and I think it's going to continue the rise. And this is the channel as well, as we can see right here. So most likely what will going to happen, that the AUDUSD is going to face this resistance right here and eventually going to make another pullback, where it's going to be again good for the buy. And if that happens, the target, as I said before, will be the peak of the resistance, which is going to match up with this previous resistance right here. Now, after identifying the levels on the daily chart, let's move to the 4-hour time frame to identify exactly where we can start buying the pair. How do we do that? We just need to look at the strongest levels of all. Now we have to wait for the pair to fall right here to that support level, exactly right here. Now, what is the trick here? The trick, I'm telling you always, my friends, if you want to identify the strongest support level, always look to the longest tails. The long tails, such as this one right here, this tail right here is telling us that this support was quite strong. And therefore, if we look at the left as well, we can see that right here the market has bounced on that support level right here, and also right here the market has reversed on the same level of the support, which was previously also a strong key resistance level. If we scroll to the left again, we can see that the pair still respects this level of the support, and even right here. So that being said, we have to wait for the AUDUSD to fall for another I would say 25 pips before it's going to be valid for the buy. So therefore, buy the AUDUSD on 0.77551. And of course, the safe zone will be ranging just a little bit right here till the lowest level of the support, which I have talked about earlier. And I believe we can make it even a little bit more. Exactly like that. As long as the pair is ranging inside that support zone, we should be fine. And yeah, it's about 51 pips, which is really fair enough. Let me draw for you the edge of the safe zone, just like that. And if that happens, the target will be the peak of the resistance right here on 0.78557, which means we are looking to make about exactly 100 pips of profit from the AUDUSD. And actually, it has a potential for more pips, by the way. So therefore, take profit level will be 0.78557. There goes your signal for the AUDUSD, and hopefully it will work very well and bring us lots of profits. Let's now take a look at the USDCAD. Now regarding the USDCAD, we need to look at the weekly chart to see something right here. As I have mentioned earlier, my friends, in the last week, the USDCAD eventually going to continue the fall till it reaches the lowest level of the support on 1.19381. So far, the USDCAD is actually falling, and most likely it won't stop. And I don't think at all that the USDCAD gonna reverse or actually gonna change the direction after reaching the lowest level of the support right here on 1.21049. From my point of view, the USDCAD is eventually gonna continue the fall, and however, we just need to look at the lowest, at the smaller time frame to identify exactly where we can start again shorting the pair. Let's now move to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, this price action right here usually indicates a continuation in the fall. And that being said, if we look carefully right here, and if we look at the chart candle by candle, we can notice that the USDCAD has reversed exactly on that support level, exactly right here. Yes, this is the support level on 1.20828. And most likely the pair has reversed exactly on that support level. But however, what happened was just a pullback. Now, the pair is facing another support level on 1.21049. And now let's move to the smaller time frame. Let's move to the 1-hour time frame. Exactly. This is what we can see on the 1-hour time frame, that the pair right now after this bullish candle is right now facing that support level. And most likely that support is going to remain as a support, or actually is going to keep its position as a support. So what we can expect next from the USDCAD, we can expect another pullback to hit the same level of this resistance attempt, which we can call resistance number 1, and the market gonna reverse again at the attempt of creating resistance number 2. So if we look carefully on the left as well, we can notice that right here, the same level was actually a strong resistance in the past. So level 1.21226 was actually a strong resistance level, and this is exactly where we can start again shorting the USDCAD. Let me just make it more accurate, exactly like that. So we have to wait for the USDCAD to rise. Actually, yes, I think it's little even, yeah. That's gonna be even more safe level, because if we look carefully on the left, this was the strongest resistance level, and also it was previously another support. So most likely we have to wait for the USDCAD to rise for another 22 bips or 21 bips before it's gonna be valid for the short again. That being said, USDCAD good for the short on 1.21263. And the safe zone will be ranging till the peak of that resistance level exactly right here. Remember, my friends, I'm right now on the 1-hour time frame. Let's move to the 4-hour time frame. Exactly like that. The peak of the resistance on 1.21759 is going to be the edge of the safe zone, which is going to be equivalent to actually 49 pips only. Exactly like that. And if so, the target will not be that high. Actually, I'm going to make it just right here, the lowest level of that support level, and after that we can see what we can do next with the USDCAD, which means we are looking for actually about 80 pips only from this deal. So therefore the take profit level will be 1.20452, And I believe on the next midweek analysis video, we can talk about the next target for the USDCAD, and I really hope it's gonna work very well and bring us lots of profits. Now let's take a look at the USDJPY. Now the USDJPY is actually moving in a very strong bullish momentum and seems like the retest of the broken resistance on 108.171 has already finished, and most likely the USDJPY is going to continue the rise. Now, of course, we just need to identify where we can start buying the pair again. Now, if I draw here a support channel like that, exactly like this, we can notice that the pair has actually bounced for several times on that support channel and seems like it's gonna respect that level again. And if I'm not mistaken, we can wait for the USDJPY to reach the lowest level again to hit the support trend line again one more time before it's gonna continue the rise. Now, if we look carefully also, we can see that right here on the left, my friends, we can notice that exactly right here, yes, right here exactly, the pair has actually faced a very strong support level. This tail right here, this tail indicates a strength in the level of the support, and most likely we can actually depend on it, which means we have to wait for the USDJPY to fall for another 30 pips before it's going to be valid for the buy. And again, the target, and if I'm not mistaken, is going to be the peak of the resistance right here on 110.550. I don't think the USDJPY is going to continue the rise until it reaches that level, which means we need to look at the buy order for the USDJPY on 109.011. Sorry, 109. 109. Shit, not 6, man. Yes, 9, like that. And of course, the peak of the, or sorry, the edge of the safe zone will be placed just right here till the next support level, which is going to be about 65 pips. I think we can rise it a little bit more. Now, the reason for choosing this edge of the safe zone is, as I told you, my friends, I'm actually depending on that support trend line. And if the pair is going to ever be able to break out from that level and enter our safe zone, most likely it means that the pair has actually made the breakout or the bearish breakout from that support trend line and won't be able to again come back again unless we of course had a fake breakout. So anyway, that's the reason I'm selecting this as my safe zone, and it's gonna be ranging for only 50 pips, which is also fair enough. And of course, for our target will be, as I said before, the peak of the resistance. So the take profit level will be on 110.550, which means we are looking to make about 156 pips profit from this deal. Hopefully we're gonna make it, and there goes your signal for the USDJPY, and hopefully it's gonna work very well and bring us lots of profits. USDCHF. The USDCHF is also moves in a very strong bearish momentum, and as we can see right here, right now I'm on the weekly chart, my friends. This is too much, but however, it's important to notice the general direction of the market. Right now, what we can see right here is we had here a peak of the resistance. Remember, my friends, I'm right now on the weekly chart. Each candle represents 1 week. That's incredible. So we have to analyze on that. What we can see right here is that we had here a support level, a resistance level on 0.90720, and as we can see right here, the USDCHF has made an attempt to break out from that level, which means that resistance has kept its position again as a resistance, and most likely with this very strong bearish momentum, most likely the USDCHF is actually going to continue the fall, and it won't stop till it reaches the lowest level of the support on 0.87942. Now let's move to the daily chart. As we can see, the pair has already made attempt of that previous resistance, as I have mentioned earlier, and as we can see, the strong bearish momentum. In my opinion, the USDCHF is going to continue the fall right away. I doubt if the USDCHF going to make any pullback at this level, but however, we have to keep in our mind that the pair right now is facing a strong support level exactly right here on 0.89969. And we can expect actually a pullback to happen right here. However, we need right now to move to the 4-hour time frame to identify exactly where we can start shorting the pair. As I mentioned before, we can expect from the USDCHF to bounce on that support level and then again make a pullback, and exactly right here we can start again shorting the USDCHF. As I mentioned before, right here we are having a first attempt of the resistance which we can call resistance number 1. And right here again, we can start shorting the pair at the attempt of resistance number 2, which means we have to wait for the USDCHF to rise for another 27 pips before it's going to be valid for the short, exactly right here. So therefore, USDCHF good for the short, sell on 0.90381, and the safe zone will be ranging just a little bit above that peak of the previous resistance level, which means it's gonna be about exactly I think 50 pips or 47 pips, maybe 50 pips exactly, which is gonna be our edge of the safe zone. As long as the pair is ranging inside this level, you are okay to keep the trade. However, right now we are aiming the lowest level of the support exactly right here. This is the support level that we are actually aiming on, 0.89487. Most likely the pair won't stop falling until it reaches that level, which means we are looking to make about I would say about 90 pips profit. Hopefully we're going to make it from this deal. So the take profit level will be 0.89487. There goes your signal for the USDCHF, and hopefully it will work very well as well and bring us lots of profits. Now let's take a look at our favorite pair, which is the gold. Now the gold is moving in a very strong bullish momentum as well. As we can see right here, the pair has respected this support trend line and has bounced on it for several times. Remember, my friends, again, I am right now on the daily chart. Now the interesting thing here with the gold is if we draw here a resistance trend line like that, exactly like that, we can notice that the peak of the resistance is actually matching up with that previous resistance, which means most likely that the gold is eventually going to continue the rise till it reaches the peak of the resistance on 1871.82, which is also going to mean, which means also that the pair is going to hit the peak of the resistance trend line as well. So this is exactly what I'm expecting to happen on the gold. Most likely the gold is going to continue to rise until it hit the peak of the resistance trend line. However, it's now a matter of where we can start again buying the gold. If we look carefully on the daily chart as well, now after identifying the direction, we need to look at the strongest resistance, the strongest supports level on daily chart. Let's zoom in. Now if we look carefully, my friends, I have drawn here this line right here, and if we look carefully also, I'm trying to match it up with the support trend lines, or the supports level as actually. This is the strong support level that I'm matching my line with, and as we can see, eventually this was a strong support level or a strong support zone. The price of 1817 and above has been actually a very strong support level, and the pair has actually been struggling to break out from that level for quite a long time. Now, after identifying the direction on the daily chart, we need to look on the 4-hour time frame to identify exactly where we can start again buying the gold. Let's look at the left, and as we can see right here, exactly, my friends, this is the support level I talked about. And look at the mouse cursor. This is exactly what I'm actually lining my support line, exactly like that. Now, as you can see, the support level has been respected for quite a long time. Most likely this is exactly where we can start again buying the gold. Now the gold is right now facing a strong resistance level on 1843, and if I'm not mistaken, and if we draw here a support trend line like this as well, not like this, sorry, we need to be also flexible with our lines, exactly like that. So if I'm not mistaken, my friends, we can see exactly like that. So we can expect from the gold to fall again to hit the peak of the to hit the support trend line, which means it's going to also hit that strong support level I just talked about, and most likely with this bounce right here, we can start again buying the gold. So we have to be very careful, because the gold right now is actually facing a strong resistance zone, and there is a potential that the gold actually might fall again, or even more than that, to hit the support level exactly right here on 1825 before it's gonna continue the rise. So we have to be careful. As I said before, the gold has a potential to fall for another 82 pips. Anyway, this is gonna be our safe zone, exactly like that. As long as the pair inside this support zone, we should be fine, and hopefully we will be. The safe zone will be ranging for about 140 pips. And again, in the gold standards, this is actually normal. unless we're talking about other pair. It's not going to be normal at all to have this much of safe zone. However, the target will be about 373 pips of profit as well, and really hopefully we will make them all. So take profit level for the gold is 1,871. That's it. And the target, sorry, the buy order, I forgot to mention the buy order. We can start buying the gold on 1,834.76. And the safe zone, of course, as I said before, will be inside that support zone. So again, my friends, please be extra careful when you are trading the gold. It's always subjective to the news, and again, we have to keep our eyes on the upcoming news, the high impact news. They can always change the direction of the market, especially the news about the vaccination in the United States and the pandemic. It plays a very huge and major role in the currency strength. So of course, in the end, I believe it's going to be a very profitable week, and hopefully it will be. So in the end, I hope that was informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.